Today's Girl Which Way show is brought to you by HelpYouFind.me. HelpYouFind.me is what you can also think of as your very own secure if I go missing file. It's a way to bring you back to those you love as quickly and safely as possible. We can never be too safe out here, and we hope you never need this tool, but if you do, you'll be so glad that you had it. With plans starting at just $20 for the whole year, everyone should be protecting themselves. Visit them at helpyoufind.me and use code Shalia HYFM20. That's Shalia, help you find me 20, but HYFM20 to save an additional 20% off of your peace of mind. And make sure you tell them the Girl Which Way sent you. Hello and welcome to the Girl Which Way podcast, the show that exists because life is a journey, but you still need direction. Grab your tribe and get ready because each episode we'll be talking about our real life issues, answering questions, and building solid relationships with one another as we heal and learn. I'm your host, your girl, Shalia Vinny, and today's show is about the trauma of being a woman, the fighting and bickering, the backhanded compliments and snide remarks, always wanting to one-up each other. I gotta ask, do women secretly hate each other? You ever just watch men coexist? It's so carefree and just effortless. It's like they just vibe and hang. You know, there's not a ton of concern about who's wearing what or how much better one looked over the other one. You know, if you see a guy wearing like the latest sneakers, you know, his boy is out there genuinely giving him props and letting him know that they're fly without any hidden agenda to it. I mean, it's not to say that men can't be haters or don't come with their own set of issues, but women clearly have it way harder. Women are rarely comfortable with each other. You've even heard women say things like, you know, I'd rather hang out with men and, you know, I don't have a lot of female friends because women are too much drama. But why? Why is it so hard to coexist with our sisters? Do women secretly hate each other but aren't willing to admit it? I mean, I've got to ask because there, you know, there's this old saying that men can hurt my body, but women can scar my soul. That alone just tells you how much stock women put into the opinions and words of other women. Women seem to have been groomed to compete with each other, whether it's the mother and daughter-in-law dynamic, family friendships, having female coworkers, even female relatives like cousins and sisters. It seems we're constantly pitted against one another. We can't be great like one-on-one or individually. One of us has to be proven to be the better woman. One has to fail for the other to succeed. I mean, let's get real. We can be so bothered by another woman that we can't see straight sometimes. There's been a ton of research done to prove this theory true. Countless studies have found that women, by and large, express indirect aggression towards other women. And that aggression is a combination of self-promotion, you know, making ourselves look more attractive and being catty about other women. Some studies have even claimed that women primarily dress up and have nice things just to impress other women. But why? Why do we care so much about other women? I want you to notice that on social media, you'll see women easily applaud and compliment those that don't fit into societal beauty standards. When she's not the size, shape, or skin tone that society has told us is the standard of beauty for the most part, women are in the comments showering her with, oh, you're gorgeous, wow, work sis, goals, and every other kind word they can think of. I mean, of course, there are some that do give the underhanded compliments like, oh, I wish I had your confidence, which, by the way, is a backhanded, empty compliment that is really putting her down, but for the most part, is positive vibes only. But if you go over to the attractive girls post and you read the comments from the women, all you see is them talking about her body, discussing whether or not it's real, deciding how promiscuous she looks, and showing up to bash her. Now, why do you think that is? Could it be because the less attractive woman didn't pose a threat or attack your ego, but the attractive girl was there to highlight your imperfections and make sure that you hate something about yourself? Now we're getting to the nitty-gritty truth. Because I told you before in the very first episode of the podcast, Girl Love Yourself, that I have never questioned myself or hated my body for that matter until I was presented with a woman whom I deemed better than me in some way. She's thinner, smarter, her breasts are bigger, her waist is smaller, her thing is thangin' in ways mine ain't never thanged before, and my jeans are not flattering on me as hers are on her. She's out here making boss moves while I'm over here sitting on the sidelines waiting for my turn to have the chance. I mean, how dare she be out here living the life of my dreams that she doesn't deserve when I've worked my butt off for it? What am I even doing wrong? When am I going to be good enough? If not that, then you know it's always the OMG. How could she bag such a great guy and look like that when I'm over here being the whole package, but I keep showing up at the wrong address? And don't let her be a BBW. Oh, Lord. We really feel personally attacked when a plus-size woman has the audacity to glow, get the man and the ring before our skinny, perfectly crafted behinds do. It's like an insult to your ego and pride because for so many, looks are the one thing you're sure that you have going for yourself. And if men are just going to marry those women that society says are less desired, what on earth are you supposed to do? And still, the question remains, why are we so aggressive with each other? Why do we hate each other so much? The number one reason women compete and fight is because it's over men. Being prized by men gives so many women the ultimate source of strength, worth, and identity, so they're naturally compelled to battle other women for the prize. When our value is tied to the caliber of men we can attract, we'll turn on each other. We also duke it out over looks and feeling insecure. Pretty women are always going to own the room. They're going to get noticed. They get free stuff. Men desire them. Women want to be them. They get flown out to beautiful locations. They get taken on expensive dates. They so easily get the ring. They seem to have it made. If you don't identify as one of them, it's easy to hate them. If you do identify as one of them, you start to wonder where on the scale do you land in comparison to them. If she's a 10, what am I? Where do I fall? Still, really easy to hate them. In a word, it's simply jealousy. I hate you because you remind me of everything that I think is wrong with me. Period. Today's Girl Which Way show is brought to you by HelpYouFind.me. HelpYouFind.me is what you can also think of as your very own secure if I go missing file. It's a way to bring you back to those you love as quickly and safely as possible. We can never be too safe out here, and we hope you never need this tool, but if you do, you'll be so glad that you had it. With plans starting at just $20 for the whole year, everyone should be protecting themselves. Visit them at helpyoufind.me and use code Shalia HYFM20. That's Shalia, help you find me 20, but HYFM20 to save an additional 20% off of your peace of mind. And make sure you tell them the Girl Which Way sent you. So we've been discussing women and our constant need to fight and compete with each other. But I'd like to submit an idea to you in the hopes that it helps you to be better going forward. Your negative perception of that woman has nothing to do with her. It's just you looking into a distorted mirror. You've put energy into hating women that you could have learned from. You should have taken notes from her, but your pride wouldn't let you. You convinced yourself that she was the enemy so that you could justify your bitterness. The truth has not changed. She was never your enemy. Your enemy was the woman looking back at you in the mirror, as distorted as it was. So here are 5 ways for us to get past this and to be better. Number 1, therapy. Therapy can work wonders for helping you to let go of your baggage and helping you to get to the root cause of your overall disdain for yourself. You've never felt good enough. It's not a them thing. It's a you thing. You owe it to yourself to do your work so that you can begin to see yourself in the highest regard. Number 2, you've got to feed your mind. What you watch, listen to, and read. If all you watch is toxic, small-minded women on TV, and don't act like you don't know the shows, I don't have to tell you. If all you listen to is music with offensive lyrics, if the only time you read is a gossip column on the Shade Room or TMZ or some similar outlet, you might need to adjust your consumption. What you see and hear is essential to your overall mindset. If fighting, angry, and bitterness is all you see, it'll become more ingrained into you because your brain is subconsciously normalizing the bad behavior. Number 3, you got to get an outlet. You want to fight? Okay, do it at the gym, on a heavy bag. Lift some weights, take boxing, spin classes, martial arts, a dance class. Release that pent-up energy and aggression in a positive way. Number 4, keep a journal. When you don't have any female confidants in your life, it can feel super lonely and like you can't be open with anyone because, truth be told, you really can't trust anyone. Keep a journal. You need a safe space to jot down your feelings and thoughts, whatever they may be. This is a great therapeutic tool. Number 5, and this is going to sound hard for some of you, but I want you to compliment a woman that you think is attractive. You are so used to being against other women that you don't know what it feels like to be on the other end of it. There is power when sisters can come together and talk about our shared experiences. Women are so often on guard and used to battling each other that compliments are an easy way to disarm other women while simultaneously lifting yourself up. Instead of seeing beautiful women and identifying the part of her that makes you feel the most insecure, compliment her on that thing. This is how you take your power back. Telling her you love her outfit or how nice she looks will no doubt put a smile on her face. Try it. Let's make a habit to unlearn the toxic behavior and replace it with being kinder to each other. The truth is, we aren't competing with other women. At the end of the day, we're simply dumping on ourselves. The fighting with them is us not being able to cope with how we think of ourselves. Many of us look at other women and see instead a version of ourselves that's better, prettier, smarter, and with more sex appeal. We look at her and see something more than we believe we have. We look at her and we see our lack. Truthfully, we don't see the other woman at all. Only everything that we are not. Somewhere along the way, we forgot that seeing other women as beautiful is not a bad thing. We forgot that our light doesn't have to dim because we share the spotlight with another woman. Fighting and bickering is so ghetto. And did you know that frowning adds lines and wrinkles to your face prematurely? Girl, stop wasting your energy and your pretty and act like you've got the good sense that your mama gave you. Life is too short and you are way too fabulous to be walking around here giving us anything less than queen vibes. And one thing that a queen never does is breaks her sweat or her focus for petty things. Eagles do not fly with pigeons. Stay above the drama. It is so much better up here. Please love yourselves and each other. I love you. Today's show is brought to you by helpyoufind.me. Please rate the show on your favorite streaming platform, share it with one person who you think needs to hear it, and ask them to do the same. Remember, good, better, best. Never let it rest till your good is better and your better is best. Until next time, your friend and motivator, Shalia. Bye.